She's been a marketing and communications professional for over 30 years and looks like it. At TxDOT, she produces a weekly email update directed to West El Pasoans, where she tries to be funny. You should subscribe by giving her your email because sometimes it actually is funny. And by the way, she rolls. Jennifer Ryan.
Additional notes. Thank you so much. Thank you for putting up with TxDOT and all our shenanigans on the west side here. So I'm gonna sort of breeze through a lot of this. We have a lot going on. We have over $1 billion worth of projects right now happening in El Paso, and this is the local area of El Paso, and you can see 1 through 10 are projects that are currently funded. They include US 62, which is Montana, to Bob Hope, and then there's the I-10 Zaragoza to East Lake widening. Loop 375 to Padres is getting some upgrades down there, out there by the Lower Valley Mission area, sort of. Zaragoza, Port of Entry to North Loop. Old Waco Tanks is a road, and who knows where Old Waco Tanks Road is? It's a dirt road, right? Okay, well now it's going to be the extension of East Lake, get it going down and providing much needed connectivity out there in the valley. You know, the population growth out in our Lower Valley has been great, and the roads have not kept up pace. And so anybody who's down there on North Loop, Alameda, Socorro Road knows that you're stuck on a 2-lane road and there's very little connectivity up to I-10. So our big long-range plan is to provide additional connectivity down there. And that Old Waco Tanks Road, which is the extension of East Lake down to Alameda, is going to be super helpful. There's the Mesa Park frontage road. You guys heard about that? That's part of the Go 10 project. I'll tell you more about that. Hondo Pass to Loop 375 is also experiencing some widening. That's much needed. And then some additional improvements on frontage roads. And that's going to provide what they call nationwide Texas turnarounds, or the U-turn lanes that we know well. And in the rest of the country, we get credit for those. Then there's the State Park entrance to the US 54 rehabilitation there, and Zaragoza to Montwood intersection, partially funded project. Our direct connectors to Spur 601 out on the east side. Anybody know Spur 601? Who drives that? Beautiful roadway, provides a lot of connectivity to Fort Bliss. It's an alternate route to the airport. Good to know because you can come in the back way off Airport Road. The Zaragoza Port of Entry to Bob Hope is partially funded North Loop to I-10. Direct connectors I-10 to Loop 375 and 110 to US 54. That project has a name now. It is called I-10 Connect. You'll be hearing a lot about that. It was controversial for a while. We were talking about demolishing the Lincoln Center. A lot of people said, no, that building's important to us. It's been spared. We listened to the community. We had a series of public meetings. We've met the community on every front and made a lot of changes to that project. Actually ended up improving it. And it's really important that we have those future direct connectors. 110 is that little stretch of when you get off and to go to the southbound Juarez. It's to Mexico, to the Port of Entry. Highway 110 or Interstate 110 really just goes from the Spaghetti Bowl to Mexico, and that's the whole of that. So now there's going to be direct connections. We're going to separate traffic out. How many of you have ever tried to go to the zoo by taking the Spaghetti Bowl and found yourself in 4 hours of gridlock while you waited for semi trucks to get across the bridge just so you could get to that exit? Yeah, right? It's happened, right? That's not going to happen anymore. You're going to have a decision point further back where if you're going to go to Mexico, all the traffic is going to go to Mexico is going to be separated out. If you want to go from US 54 to the loop, you'll be able to have a direct connect ramp to get on. If you're going to go from I-10 to the loop or to Paisano, you'll have decision points further back and plenty of weaving distance. It's gonna be much improved there. We need that direct connect so that you can get in there and rehab I-10 and you can get off and you can get onto Porter Highway. We go to work at the downtown area eventually, so that's coming. Unfunded projects, Dyer to Montana, Global Reach to Loop 375, Loop 375 to Zaragoza, Sunfire to US 62, North Loop to I-10, I-10 to Loop 375 from FM 659, Spur 601, Airport Road to Loop 375 connected. There's just a lot of future projects that we're still looking for funding for. And so my boss wanted y'all to know. This is our complete district here, and we go, these are some rural projects. We have Culberson County, Brewster County, Presidio County, about 5 counties out there, about 5,000 miles worth of roadway. That's all the El Paso district. So when you think about that, it makes sense that our headquarters is the far east side of the city because we've got all of that roadway. We go, if you're looking at El Paso, all the way to Del City, all the way to the, and past Del City to, we actually have a station there at Guadalupe Pass. We have a TxDOT office there. Go down there to Presidio, we have a TxDOT office there. So we pile in a truck from time to time and I'll go out and visit those areas. What we've got going on out in the district are US 90 rehab, US 90 Fort Davis, to Marfa, around in that area. So that is old roadway needed. It's just been pasted over with more, like they've just put down more asphalt, put down more, and it's falling apart. So that's getting rehab. 6790 Edge, well that's more than 90. Let me see this. Oh, the super interesting there, the Presidio International Bridge. Guess what they discovered across the border from Presidio? Oil sands deposits. So now, and what the Presidio Bridge looks like today is 1 lane in each direction. That's it. And then a railroad bridge next to it. So what's interesting about that also is that they have a big company over in Okinaga that makes that prefab housing, and that's a wide load. So what do you think happens to the traffic when they're ready to bring over a wide load at one of those prefab houses? Everything right to a halt. They have to stop traffic in both directions and let that thing go 5 times a day or something. So they needed an upgrade. So we're going to build 2 additional lanes, and then we're going to switch traffic onto there. It's still going to be one lane in each direction for a while we rehab the existing and bring them up to current standards. So that's what's happening down in the city. Now, do you think those oil sands recognize that international boundary? Just wondering about that. Just wondering about who's going to strike it rich in Presidio up there across the Okinawa. So, this right now, I'm interested in talking about we got some land speculators already? You're making deals over there? So this is the most expensive project that we've ever had in El Paso. And it's much needed. Again, we need this completion of Loop 375, the $600 million Border West Expressway. It's going to complete that final bit. It goes down from Paisano and Coles area all the way up to the place by Sunland Park where Paisano starts. Paisano, US 85. It's one of those streets that means something different to everybody in this room because there's the car dealerships where Montero and Paisano collide, right? That's like the inception of Paisano over on the east side. Then there's Paisano down by Fox Plaza, which fond memories, right? Everybody's ever been to flea markets. There's Paisano running down there by the zoo. There's Paisano that we go through by downtown, the street we cross downtown. There's Paisano that used to get us home to the valley from the west side, where we could just hop onto Paisano and beat all the traffic. Coming down, I promise. And then there's Paisano that actually starts where you get off at Sunland Park and you go straight by those car dealerships, the Shimali GMC and all that. That's Paisano, which I didn't even realize that had a name other than being a gateway, but that's Paisano. So Paisano's just one of those streets in town that, I mean, it goes all over the place, and everybody hears Paisano and they sometimes think of a different thing. So we always try to use an identifier about where on Paisano. Again, $650 million. The estimated completion date is fall 2018 of the Border West Expressway. Border West Expressway, except for Paisano down here in the valley, is not causing a lot of disruption because it's a new roadway. So it's not, we're not in your way there. Here's some pictures because there's that secret area, right, of Paisano where we closed it down for 8 months. We closed it down for 8 months beginning June 12th. So anyway, here we are at the 8th mark. We're pushing the contractor to get it done by the end of February, so that's a couple weeks late, I admit it, but we're pushing them to get it open. It's going to open not as the same way that it was, but it's going to be Doniphan. Doniphan is now going to extend straight, and then you'll take a little curve and hook into Paisano closer down by Executive Center. When we first open it up, it's going to only be the southbound lanes. It'll be one, but we'll do head-to-head traffic like it was right before we closed it, one lane in each direction. So that's going to be, at least it's going to move. When it was like that before we shut it down because we tore it up, it was one lane in each direction, and you knew that if you got in there, you were going as fast as you wanted, but you were moving. And it's going to be that way for a while as they continue on with that project. When you get in there, this is what you're going to see. It looks a little funny on this screen. That's an actual photograph. It's just kind of like a rendering the way it's showing up there. But if you can see, all those structures are part of the bridge work. This is McNutt Road coming down. And this is a massive amount of work. They have moved 500,000 cubic yards of dirt there in that area. They've got 500 people working there. Can I take questions at the end? You ready to take questions?
Real quick on McNutt, is it going to continue beyond as it did before?
McNutt is going to connect in there too, but it's not going to be till summer.
Okay.
I'm going to move, 500 people are working on the job 6 days a week right now. And then this will increase to 650 people on that job this year. So if you know anybody who's in construction, you need a construction job, that's where to go. This project has 36 bridges on it. 6 of them are now complete. That's 103 girders set and 104 columns put up. All the new connectors and bridges in the downtown area, Coles Paisano area, that's complete, or will be completed by late summer. Late summer, that's going to be completed. And the focus this year is on the 1.5 miles or so long bridge that goes from Spur 1966 down to behind the Chihuahuita and comes down by the Santa Fe Bridge. And so you're going to be driving on structure there for over a mile, and it actually veers over toward the Rio Grande. You're going to be on the other side of the border fence for a little while driving on that. So that's going to be the big focus for the Abrams-Kiewit joint venture this year. That is going to be 191 columns and 102 caps and 31 bridge decks. So that's monumental. So there, I'm going to show you one more picture.
Give me 1 second.
This is showing one of the bridge decks for that highway. That's the main Border West Expressway. What you see, the columns over there are going to be the Paisano connectors. So I wanted you guys to get a peek because that's that shut down area, and nobody can see it. You can't see it from I-10, and you can't, unless you've got a drone or something up there, you can't see it. So that's big progress that they made there. I don't know if you guys have seen this video. If you want to see the video, this is seldom seen. This is the Border West Expressway, what it's going to look like. We're now just Doniphan's on the westbound Doniphan's on the other side. So, this is what the Border West Expressway is gonna look like when it's done. So now we're still driving along the Rio Grande, that's the ponding area there. Boom, that's the Doniphan Direct Connect going off to Paisano. And then this turns and heads toward Executive Center. It dives down under Executive. That's why we have that chute fly, that curvy part, is so that they could construct part of this, and then they'll put traffic onto it to do the other side. So that's going to be the intersection there. That's crossing Executive. Then there's I-10 off to the left, and they run parallel over by UC or by the Esarco land. And I want you to pay attention as we come up around UTEP. There's this very narrow parcel where we have two Class A railroad lines. We have Paisano, we have an international boundary, we have I-10, and we have the border highway. And that's all, when you get around here, you can see it's happening in this much room. There's like 800, literally like 800 feet. And it has all of that transportation. And I'm talking like 14 lanes of traffic. Well, between all those roadways, it's about 14 lanes of traffic. So that's a lot going on. You can see there's just not very much distance between the border and the land. And then Paisano remains as it ever was over there. And then here we are coming up to, this is for 1966, where there was chain link there, that's where it's going to connect. We had a decorative fence and then some spans of chain link. And now here you are at Bridge 17. This is that mile and a half long, whoa, we're over the border fence. I know, it's pretty exciting there. So can you imagine the amount of coordination that had to take place? This project had a revised completion date because the coordination with International Boundary Water Commission, Customs and Border Patrol, the actual water utility. There was a parcel of land we needed to acquire, and nobody knew who it belonged to because there was a long ago agreement, like in the early 1900s, between the city of El Paso and the railroad, and it had never been. Oh, really? As yelling as I am? Hello. I'm sorry. Is this going to be better? Okay.
Better for the
Should I
corners.
start over?
No.
I was kidding. I'll do that too. What? No. Okay, so then it wraps up coming around downtown by the. It is kind of easier on my voice. Thank you. Coming around downtown, connecting with the existing border highway, and then we're going to end up over here at the Paisano Bridge. How many of you guys have seen those structures over by Coles Paisano area? How many heard of Coles before? I had never heard of it. It's like a block, and it became this big landmark. Everyone was talking about Coles Paisano area, and I was like, where the heck is that? But that's it right there. So you're going to get off. You're going to be able to get off the border highway and then head back. Okay. So as to not go on too long, can I just move on? Do you guys want to see it go back the other way?
No. Yes.
No, right? No. I heard a no. Whoever said no was louder. Yes, ma'am.
Did you show what's happening between Executive and Sunland Mesa? Because I couldn't figure it if you showed that already.
Because that's not this project. That's the other. That's the Go 10.
Oh,
That's okay. Coming up. Let me just do this. Okay. Is this how it should be? Can you guys? Is it cutting out or is it just me? Okay. Now here you can see where the Go 10 and Border West Expressway come together, and you can see all of the work that's been done on the CD lanes over here down at the lower half. You see this is coming toward Sunland Park exit, and this is, remember how Paisano used to go and meet up at Sunland Park from Paisano Drive, and then this is the.
thank you.
Very nice, thank you. How does it work? Point. Does it show up on a TV?
Oh, no, I guess it doesn't.
Yeah, sometimes they don't show up. They don't show up. Oh, want to pass that down to him? Okay.
Thank you. Fine.
Yeah, that's nice. So it's more fun to see me struggle. So this down here, we got the CD lanes, and then this is the flyover bridge where Paisano kind of northbound will come this way, and then Paisano southbound is going that way, and then the CD lanes run along there. You can see that coming. The collector distributor lanes is the Go 10 project, and this right here is where Paisano will go that way, and over there it's up to the Border West Expressway. So the Go 10 project is like nearly done, and the engineer on that job really wants to hang a sign that says "Just waiting on Border West" over at the ends, because there's a lot of friendly competition between them. But you can see the dirt in the middle is the part that needs to be completed. This picture is of the Wrestler interchange on the Go 10 project. We're going to get more into the Go 10 project. Somebody else added these for me, and they didn't add them where I would have. But above, that's the existing Wrestler Direct Connect. And right above it, if you look, if you can see, maybe some of you in the back can't see it, but there's some columns and what they call caps. And that's where the new connector bridge is going to be. And the good thing about that is the geometry of having that come down and connect with the CD lanes means that it's going to swing wide, so they're able to build it while they still leave the old one up, so you'll always have access. So that's a real plus on this, and a very happy circumstance, because they'll build it, and if you've been there lately, there's already bridge deck up there, and so it's going to be completed, and they'll just at the very end close down for a very short time and make the connection, and then they can move to take down the old one after it's already functional again. And then this is the Mesa interchange. This is super complicated because at Mesa, in the middle there, you can see some supports. They're going to add a center bridge deck. And then they're going, when that's complete in a few months, they're going to steer eastbound traffic onto the center bridge deck so they can keep traffic flowing while they take down the eastbound lanes and rebuild them with their new configuration, which will be bigger and better. And then once that's done, about 6 months after that, they'll steer westbound traffic onto the center lanes, put the eastbound back on where it belongs on the new eastbound lanes, and they'll rebuild the westbound lanes. So all of that should take till about May of 2018.